What it do, boo? Gotta set the ambiance. My mind is racing so much thinking about AI. Hold on, cause this still ain't high enough. So, today I want to talk about AI because, girl, this is crazy. This is so crazy to me how backwards the Matrix is moving. Now it's becoming something so well known and so like, what's the word? So like, oh my gosh, look at what robots can do. Look at the potential of technology. And it's great to see how great technology is and the way that it's evolving. But baby, we going the wrong way. And I feel like a lot of people are not fully aware of where it's actually headed. Like, girl, I saw this tweet yesterday that was like, AI as your new dentist. Would you let this near your mouth? But it's basically a robot on the guy's mouth. Someone subtweeted and said, instead of building AI that will collect trash or go in mines to collect materials, instead of exploiting poor children to do so, y'all want to come for regular jobs. ... Yikes. And I was just like, that is so true. I had another conversation with someone else. When was it? Couple weeks prior, I have a friend who's in the like filming industry, and she was saying how her jobs are going down and she doesn't have much to work with anymore. What she does is costume set, like organizing people's clothes and making sure that they look good to go on camera. And she told me that for every 12 people, there's one person of what she does. And for a lot of films and a lot of projects and things, it's usually like a good 200 people that is needed in the background for stuff, you know, just being people or whatever. And because of AI, instead of having these people in the background like talking their shit or whatever, AI is being used to like animate that and have people there, but instead of real people, it's computer. To devil's advocate that would be nice if you had like a low budget, low funds, and you know you working with what you got. That's nice or whatever. But respectfully, between you and me, we all know big corporations are gonna be using that and whatnot. So I say that to say that's a whole bunch of jobs, over 200 jobs for one project, for one film, that's gonna be like gone. Then people who are professional background actors and people who do what my homegirl does, now they don't have a job. Another example that's available to all of us for free right now is what is it called? Is it ChatGPT? I saw this website and I used it a little bit with my homeboy. The way that it got so specific and so articulate and so like accurate is crazy. I was like, well, I'll be damned. We will all be, because you want to know why? Let me tell you. Let me get a sip of water real quick, actually. Getting into the writing industry is already pretty difficult. Like being an author, I feel like if you're not teaching writing, if you're not teaching English, it's going to be hard to be a writer, because journalism and writing things for magazine and the newspapers or whatever, most of the time, to be successful at creative jobs, you have to know somebody to be somebody. One, baby, that's why networking is so important. But two, getting jobs for writers and people who are good with scripts, with text, with lyrics, people who are gifted with language. That's the word. Use your creativity and your natural gift of being able to communicate in a way that sounds beautiful, in a way that persuades people, in a way that's entertaining, informative. However, that's being taken away too. And that sucks. When I was younger, a lot of the times when we were being programmed to go to college and study something in college, something that was always told to me and like was always talked about was getting a job for writing. That's gonna be super difficult, and like good luck with that. You might as well not study that, because it's very it's not often that someone will actually get an opportunity to work that and have a stable living, make a living out of that. And I just gotta say to that, one, who are you to tell me something like that and bring my dreams down. And two, it's just crazy how now it's also removing people's jobs. Like, you really telling me I can make a whole resume on this ChatGPT? You telling me I could write a whole blog? Bro, anything, a story, anything and absolutely everything on this one like little service thing. That's crazy. Now what we're gonna have is people paying the subscription, paying for this service from a robot, rather than paying the thousands and millions of people who have this natural gift and this ability to do this themselves. Because paying one person for something is gonna end up costing more than paying monthly or yearly for the subscription of something that can do multiple things. As if we as people are not multifaceted and cannot do multiple things ourselves. As if we ourselves did not put in the work to become experts at these things. Even in the service industry, you have like the robots, the computers, and you make your order and then you just go pick it up at the counter, right? And I'm specifically talking about McDonald's right now. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie again. That's nice when you're smart. No, nobody trying to talk to people. Can I get a... Or self-checkout. Self-checkout was the start of that, especially after the pandemic, when people started getting more social anxiety and being much more like nervous around everybody, because, you know, we done been locked in our houses for what, like a year and a half, 2 years. And the thing that's frustrating about this is that this new world order started being put into action, and I'm grateful that so many people are like aware of what's going on now and what's actually being put forward and what is this, that, the third. That's great. But at the same time, I'm noticing y'all are woke and y'all are aware of all of this, but then as soon as something new comes out, you completely forget about it and you put on your matrix glasses again, and then you go forward towards whatever it is. Ground yourself, because if you don't ground yourself, and if you don't know yourself, if you don't have a strong sense of self of who you are, you're gonna be flying with the wind. And you're gonna be up in this bitch being dragged left and right, becoming a slave. Because that's really what AI is doing. That's exactly what AI is doing right now. And people are just not aware of that, because they're like, oh my God, this is such a cool gadget. This is making my life easier right now. Girl, you thought if you are not up there, in fact, y'all see my muscles? If you're not up there with in the finances, baby, AI is not actually benefiting you at all. Because what this is really doing is widening the gap between the rich and the poor in terms of money. And what this is also doing, what this is also doing, girl, is stripping people of their natural skills and their natural abilities, which is what you're here to do. The things that come natural to you is what you are here on this earth to do. I'm gonna bridge this by saying the rich and the poor. When the people who subscribe to this agenda and this robot as AI as looking as technology, they're not gonna need people who have a natural skills in being a dentist. Even though, if we're being very real, you low-key don't even need a dentist if you actually use oil to oil pull your mouth and use toothpaste that doesn't have fluoride in it, and also don't consume artificial sugar. You'll be straight. That's just me though. But being a dentist is a skill, and knowing teeth, knowing anatomy, knowing and having a very good understanding on your health and your well-being and your creative talents, that being like skedaddled over to AI taking over all of that is making it so that people who have these professions are not going to have professions at all. And then in them not having professions at all, subconsciously that also makes you feel inadequate. Because it's like, damn, I have this service, I have this skill, I have this talent, I have this ability. You have all these things to offer and things that also come natural to you. But a lot of people, I feel, are gonna start to feel inadequate because it's like, damn, bro, we got robots taking over this. Now I don't got a job. What does that mean for me? Goddamn, now I have to go back onto survival mode in order to find a way how to make a living. Now that Pluto's in Aquarius, it's gonna go back to Capricorn, but like, it's in Aquarius. I feel like it's just gonna make people who are experts at technology, okay, not e-commerce, not this ebook shit, you know, probably write one in the future. Stay tuned. People who are very skilled at doing digital things that AI cannot do yet, I feel like that's going to become very well known. And also spiritual, people who are psychic and people who see things and people who are the clears, because that's something that AI cannot touch. Artificial intelligence cannot be intuitive. It can explain what being spiritual and being intuitive is, but it's not, baby, it's not that. With technology, is also dividing people even more. And you know what, I'm not gonna lie, I've been kind of struggling a little bit with my integrity in investing into this, but because we have the government changing Cash App for FedNow, what type of app is it? Like the feds, that's what the Fed. Yo te digo a ti, loca. You have the feds making an app to control all of your finances, so that one, people who are homeless and people who don't have their own technology, like a touchscreen phone, people who use cash, like old people, our elders mainly, and me too, because I prefer to have cash than card. I be swiping on everything, and their mother. I be swiping on their mother. All of our technology is being controlled, and propaganda is at its highest and that is at its finest, and only becoming more refined with the way that the government and these systems want to control us. So what does that mean for banks? How are banks going to operate now? How are the people in the banks, are our accountants going to have jobs? Can you deposit this? Can you withdraw this? Is that even going to be a thing now? You understand what I mean? Like, it's crazy to witness, but me personally, I know I'm gonna be alright. I'm straight. And the reason why I'm straight and I'm good is and also I realized, and then I'll get back to that. I realized that a lot of people who are like, oh my God, this is so cool, let me subscribe to it, let me engage with it. Baby, you work in a retail job. You working as a server in a restaurant. I'm not bashing anybody. I'm not trying to trigger anybody or anything. But with the way things are going, it seems that a lot of these jobs are going to be taken over by AI, one. And two, this new invention and this thing is being used as a distraction for the fact that one day you may not be able to work at the job that you're working at, or something that you're studying, something that you're looking, a field that you're looking to get into may not even be available to you anymore, because robots and technology took over that, and people prefer to pay a robot to do the service that you are currently studying to service other people with. But you know what? Everything that's natural will prevail. Like, nothing that's not natural is not gonna prevail. Bruh, everywhere that I be reading of, like, when I'm, scrolling through TikTok or whatever, be like, and Amani Cohen also, I remember her, like, saying years ago, saying to refine your skills and learn some actual skills and actually, like, pick up something that's not technology. Even though we are moving into the age of Aquarius, which is technology, it's also important to refine your own skills and have faith in yourself, and have so much faith and ground yourself so much into it that you'll be straight, and you're gonna be alright, and you're gonna be perfect. You are perfect, and you are where you need to be right now, as long as you keep yourself grounded and you keep yourself in the present, connect with nature. Like, even things that are natural, people are working right now to use robots to either remove things that are not natural or break them down, cause fires, and this, that, the third. What I said about, like, spiritual people becoming also very wealthy is also because, I already said it before, but artificial intelligence cannot connect with God. Artificial intelligence is not a godly thing. You are a godly thing. You possess all the skills and all the talent, everything that you're passionate about. It's gonna work itself out for you. One, you need to have faith. Two, stop making yourself engage so much with something that only brings up dopamine and something that's honestly very addicting. Refine your skills. Let yourself be open to people and communities and situations and events and experiences that will align you to be a better you, and that will align you towards opportunities and jobs that will get you to where you are meant to be. Because let me tell you, I was working retail for like a year. It was at a spiritual gift shop. And I was like, girl, let me help you. It was fun to the end. Around the time that I was about to leave that job, I left in like February. In November, I was like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Pero yo me sentía desesperada. Like, I felt desperate. And I was like, oh my God, I gotta get out. Like, I feel so suffocated. I had no idea what was in store for me afterwards. But I was really coming to peace with not working there anymore, and like surrendering to something that I don't know what's gonna come. I'm just like, you know what, like, I don't know where I'm going, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I completely stopped my hustle. I was cleaning, I was doing birth chart readings, I was painting on clothes. What else was I doing? Sucking dick. It wasn't like that. My energy was just so drained, bro. Like, oh my gosh, I stopped dancing, type drained. And dancing for me is my first love. So it's like, music is my first love. You know, dance week's working here. Sorry, girl, I know I'm taking a while. Hold on, we get into it. Go, it's time for me to let it go. And I allow myself to gain clarity on what it is that I want to experience, what it is that I want to do, and like what I want. And I was like, universe, I don't, I don't got too much of an idea, but And the through meditation and through sitting with myself and being intentional with my time, and also reading my own birth chart, speaking to my homegirl, and just talking about like what I'm going through, it helped me a lot. Also helped me refine what it is that I would like to study and like to pursue, especially as a projector, baby. I'm always studying something and I'm always learning something, because as a projector, that's what I gotta do. I gotta learn till I'm invited into something. I was learning, I was studying, I was minding my business, and I quit. When I quit, I went a couple weeks without work. But then talking to God, bro, talking to the universe, I was just like, listen, this is the type of job that I want. I want to work from home. I want something that aligns me with my purpose. I want something, I would like to be an assistant to someone, either a personal assistant, executive assistant, some type of assistant. I want something that will help me at least take care of all of my needs. And I also told the universe, I would like to study being a coach, because this coaching is something that comes very, very, very natural to me. If I have a conversation with damn near anyone, not only am I giving them inspiration, but I'm giving them motivation, and I'm giving them steps to get to where it is that they want to go for themselves. Bro, comes in my coworker, and she's like, girl, I just gave this girl your information, or she gave me her information. I forgot. I got some information on someone who's a spiritual life coach, and I'm already their executive assistant, and I'm working from home, and all my needs are being taken care of now. And I was like, wow, thank you, God. Thank you, universe. I say that to say, like, grounding yourself in a way where regardless of all the changes that are going on outside, baby, inside, you're like a tree. You are a tree. You're not like a tree, baby. You are a tree. You're rooted. Your roots are strong, baby. Your soil is fertile. You are growing your own fruits and planting the seeds when the fruits fall. You got a whole community of nests and birds and squirrels living up in your leaves and your trees and the trunks and everything. You're a whole tree, and can nobody blow you away unless they blowing you out of fucking pocket. Trees, bro, I love trees so much, because I'm looking at a tree right now. They're really like the best thing, and for me personally, to compare yourself to. A tree cannot be blown away because it's rooted, because it's grounded, and because it's strong, and it knows its place. Just how what I was saying earlier, with everything being natural, and things that are natural will never be like if you look on the sidewalk, walk down your block and look at the trees on the sidewalk. The trees always fuck up the cement, and the cement little blocks always end up like rising themselves, and then the roots end up growing or whatever, because a tree cannot be contained. As a tree grows and grows its roots even stronger, it cannot be contained. It's gonna fuck up everything else that's around it that's not natural, like the cement on the sidewalks. I was walking the other day and I was like, damn, like all these trees and fucking up the whole entire sidewalk got me tripping and shit. But you know what? That's the way nature goes. And that's the way nature flows. And the only time a tree is really ever blown away, that's not like from a tornado or something, it's the leaves, it's the flowers, and it's the fruits and the branches. The branches are little playthings for the dogs when the dogs walk, and fire for us when we need to keep ourselves warm. The leaves and the flowers fall, and they're used as protection for the grass when the winter time comes. The fruits fall in order to be able to feed us and feed the earth as well. Like, there's absolutely nothing negative about trees, and I feel like that's how we need to look at ourselves from now on. Like, we are trees. Ain't nothing not natural about a tree, and a tree has its seasons, baby. Yo, I just might make a separate video on trees, because I love trees. I really do. I want an avocado tree when I get older and I move to a warmer climate. I already have a papaya tree. To be honest, my main concern is an avocado, a mango, and a pomegranate tree. So we're gonna start out with those and see how we go. Thank you for tuning in to my rants about AI. You better step into being that girl. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and also put lotion on. We're not trying to see you be ashy, baby. You want to glow in the sun, okay? It's bright outside. It's giving summer. Thank you. I love you. TT by Alex. So bye.